Okay, so given we were running our competition car on Thunderbolt E85 and very successfully, we thought we would switch over the SR20 demo car to E85 as well. That way we can carry the same fuels, but the big advantage is the SR20 gets a huge performance boost by switching over to E85. So we're really looking forward to see what it can do. We thought we would take you through and show you some of the things you need to do in order to successfully switch over to E85 from gasoline or race gas in your car. Okay, so with our conversion to E85, we're going to be running Deechworks 1200cc per minute injectors. These will ensure enough fuel flow with the E85 to get us probably up in the range of 550 to 575 horsepower at the crank, and in the 450 to 475 horsepower at the wheels range. Okay, so we've installed the Deechworks injectors into our MazWorks intake manifold. They're all mounted up there with the fuel rail. This works really nicely. It's an O-ringed manifold, goes on really easy, seals up really nice, makes great power with no loss of torque down low. We've proven that on the dyno, so we're very happy with this manifold. One of the things that's very important is fuel filtration. We were running this fuel filter, which runs a paper filter element, which is not going to be good enough for E85. So we're going to go to this Deechworks DWFF110 fuel filter. It's 110 millimeters long, stainless steel filter, 10 microns. It's washable. You can take it out and clean it if it ever gets crudded up. And we do expect that may be a possibility, as E85 will act like a solvent and can loosen up and clean out some of the crud that might have built up in the fuel tank over many years of operation. And so we want to make sure we very well protect our 1200cc Deechworks fuel injectors that we're running for the system, keep it nice and clean and running well. Okay, to continue our conversion of the demo car over to E85 fuel, one of the things we are going to do, we're going to replace our in-tank fuel pump with a Deechworks DW300, which is E85 compatible. We want to make sure everything in the entire fuel system is compatible with E85. We're also going to go ahead, when we replace the fuel pump, we're going to replace the in-tank fuel line with a submersible hose that's capable of withstanding E85. Now, we already have submersible hose in the tank, but it's designed for regular fuel, not E85. We have a number of fuel lines that run between our fuel tank and our surge tank that are basically conventional fuel injection lines. But they won't handle E85. They'll handle fuel no problem, but not E85. So we've picked up some fuel hose that is totally capable of handling E85. It's not submersible. We'll use the submersible hose for that. But for a exposed situation where it's outside the car, we'll be able to use this line, and the inside of the hose will handle the E85 no problem. So we're going to go ahead and make those changes, and at that point then the system will be complete. We already have a primary fuel pump, which is a Deechworks IL350. We also have PTFE fuel lines running through the car. We've already installed our Deechworks stainless steel fuel filter, and we already have our Deechworks 1200cc injectors installed. So basically, once we're done, everything in the system will be capable of handling E85. These are the fuel lines that we're going to be replacing with our new fuel hose. You can see we already have the Deechworks 350IL fuel pump down and installed, and that's connected up to PTFE-8 stainless steel braided fuel hose. So again, we're going to be well covered. Okay, so we took out the fuel pump assembly from the tank and replaced the fuel pump with a Deechworks fuel pump. We've also used some Teflon hose, which will be chemically resistant to the E85 fuel, and we've also done our wiring for the most part of the last couple inches with a Teflon insulated wire as well. So we should have a setup that's pretty well impervious to the E85 fuel we're going to use. Okay, so we've gone ahead and we've gotten all of the fuel lines replaced, the fuel pumps replaced, the in-tank fuel pump replaced. We've replaced fuel filters, put stainless filters in, so we've basically made the fuel system now so that we'll fully accommodate the E85 fuel that we're going to run. So now the next step of the magic is to work on the tune. Because E85, you're going to burn a lot more E85 than regular gasoline. You need to accommodate for more fuel flow and for the different characteristics of E85 versus the race gas that we were running. So I have here in my hand these two chips which will press into the daughter board that is mounted to our factory SR20 det ECU. These have been provided by RS Enthalpy. They're expert tuners in the world of the SR20 det, as well as many other Nissan engines and other platforms as well. So they've been tuning this car for many, many years, and we have ultimate faith in the tunes they have. What we have here in these chips is a base tune that will get the car running. It'll probably be more than adequate, if not a little conservative, and then eventually what we'll do is we'll get it on the dyno and let Martin from RS Enthalpy work his magic to get the tune just right for the car. So what we have here is our ECU. We've already taken the cover off of the back side of it. We have it laid open. This is the daughter board that we're going to take the chips out of. And what we're going to do is remove these two chips here, which represent the chips having our race gas tune, and we'll save those. You never know when you might need them. And we'll replace those with the E85 tune chips, and then put that back together and be ready to put some fuel in and fire it up.